We are in front of what I like to call the sorority house set. Inside, people are dying, and Corey Sevier is running around killing aliens right now.
It started actually with me sitting down with an executive named Paul Gratton and saying to Paul, what are you doing? What do you want? And Paul said, what I really want is science fiction. And you should produce a science fiction series. And I don't really have any science fiction series, but I have some great ideas for science fiction movies. So I just started to tell Paul stories. And by the time we came out of that meeting, we had invented a sci-fi horror movie.
Keep going. And I don't know where Luke was. Sorry.
We're all excited because it's about these gorgeous blonde space aliens who come to Earth to mate with human males, not realizing that our plumbing is quite different from the males on their own planet. And so the only way we can identify them as aliens is that they don't have belly buttons.
Hey, where's your belly button?
Give me your hand.
Matt came into the picture to write the screenplay. So after we had done the story outline, I brought Matt on board, convinced we would go for a different director. And then we liked his writing so much, he convinced us he should direct the movie, and I'm very happy he did.
Okay, let's reset the table. And let's do it one more time now that I remember what I've written. Okay, it's all about young people and angst. I'm basically working through my own childhood, one show at a time. But it's fun. I like working with young actors. They're very enthusiastic, and the other people rounding it out. Richard Burgie's phenomenal, and Nicole Eggert is great. She's really strong, really super strong actor, and the kids are just magic.
My name's Lily. And this is my cousin Constance. Hola. Sorry, I have an oral fixation.
The casting process was very interesting. We cast out of Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, Los Angeles, and we really cast the net wide. We saw hundreds and hundreds of actors and wound up getting people from every city. All right, welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Welcome to Decoys. We're thrilled to be here in Ottawa, thrilled to have all this local talent. This is what we're calling American Space Idol. Like, we're looking for folks to actually come in, and we're looking for extras. There are actually several different parts that we haven't cast yet. Speaking parts require acting. If you've never acted before, don't worry about it. We're going to work with you in the audition. So this could be your shot. How long have you been in the sorority?
For about 4 years.
Yeah, and do you enjoy it? You like it?
Yeah.
Why do you love it so much?
Because it's just the best. Bye, Omega #1. Hey.
I originally went for the audition in Montreal about a month before I went to the open call. And I just asked, had they cast everyone? And he said, no, we're still looking for people. So he gave me sides to read, and I came in on the open call. And here I am.
And action!
You won't have anything left to cry about.
All right.
The fact that they're shooting a feature film in Ottawa was incredible because they haven't done that in a very long time. So it's great.
It's so cold. My ass is frozen shut. Are you sure you don't want my jacket?
I'm sure.
Ottawa was just, when I saw the location photos, I fell in love with the city because they were locations that I had never seen. I'd never seen on screen. So that was important. Also, cold as a character in this movie. The aliens love the cold, and that's why they came to this particular college campus. And there's lots of talented people here in Ottawa that are working with us, both on the crew and behind the scenes and in front of the camera, too. There's some local finds, some actors we found, which are just phenomenal breakout casts. We try to create a really positive atmosphere on set, so everybody's very welcome, nobody's intimidated, everybody's really, it's a positive environment for people to work in. And I think that the experienced actors are helping out the less experienced folks, but the folks who have less experience, quite frankly, are so genuinely gifted that they step right into it, hit their marks. Nobody's looking into the camera like that. Everybody's really paying attention and doing phenomenal performances. I couldn't be happier.
This group of
of friends who are going to college, and there's all these really, really hot sorority girls who showed up. Insanely hot, like Maxim cover models. And first of all, the guys are like, you know, this is a dream come true. But my character, Luke Callahan, witnesses something, an event. He thinks he sees, you know, these girls have tentacles coming out of their chest. So he thinks he sees them being aliens. Her chest, it burst open. And then these black fleshy snakes start whipping around. Of course, none of his friends actually believe him. And then the rest of the film kind of unfolds. It's Luke's battle with his friends, trying to convince his friends, as well as not get blamed by the police. Because the police, there's a bunch of murders that are happening on campus. They're finding all these guys who've been frozen from the inside, and they don't know why. Of course, Luke knows that it's these sorority girl aliens, but no one else believes him. And things get kind of interesting from there.
Move those people back. This is a crime scene, not a keg party.
You heard the man.
No indication of a struggle. No obvious cause of death.
My character and Corey's character, Luke, had recently split up from dating, and this is sort of like these murders start happening on his campus, and so I come out to investigate, and he kind of confides in me because we are friends, and asks for my help, and tells me like the strange goings on that he's seen, and I have my suspicions, but I want to help him out since we do have a friendship, and so it's sort of like rolls on from there.
Watts, take over. Pluto, planet.
Nothing holy about that.
Callahan, you come with me.
My character in particular, and Corey Sevier's character, Luke, they meet these two women who eventually we find out that aren't from the college. In fact, they're not from Earth. Luke discovers that, or just thinks that that they're aliens, and he tries to convince everybody. While my character Roger is trying to have sex with one of these aliens. Tonight's the night, buddy. Okay, Constance and me. I got a ticket to ride, man, and ride I will. But he falls in love with one of the aliens, played by Kim Poirier, Constance. This beautiful, beautiful girl and beautiful alien. But he doesn't know she's an alien. And he's finally found this one girl that's interested in him, and he's ecstatic and he's happy, and he's finally going to lose his virginity. And his best friend Luke is saying, no, you can't. She's an alien, and if somebody told me that I'm going to lose my virginity, but it's going to be with an alien, I don't know what I'd do. But Roger decides to go for it anyway.
We come on campus, and we kind of just are very sexual, and it goes along. It develops through relationships. Clumsy. My character's a little neurotic. She's very hot and cold. She's very passionate. She's very emotional. She's really real. She kind of really wears her heart on her sleeve, and she yearns for intimacy in whatever form that she can get it. But she's very aggressive about going and getting that intimacy. And it's about to get hotter.
Oh God, no. Oh, no. You're crazy. You're nuts. Oh, please stop. Constance, what are you doing? You're crazy. Stop. Okay.
With Roger, she actually really does fall for him. She cares about him. He's quirky. He's innocent. He's funny. He's not giving in to her. So it creates a lot of challenges, and it excites her, and it frustrates her all at once.
Sweetie, you are no good to me like this. Save your energy, okay? See you tomorrow night.
I play Lily, who is one of the sorority girls / aliens.
They've sort of taken the identity of the sure bet, I guess what would be sort of your stereotypical girl on campus, the sure bet for the guy. So basically they've picked what was considered the most popular girl on campus, which was the ice queen, and they've created a template of that girl. Hence the blonde hair and the classic sort of sorority girl, and like you, for the guy, it would be the football player. Lily is best to be described as very coquettish, likes to play very sort of innocent and sweet and kind, whereas Constance is more direct and to the point. But I think the interesting part of it is she really like that. So basically we have a bit of a competitive nature between the two girls, and it's sort of among the alien girls who can be the first to mate. Luke is basically no chance when my character Lily approaches him, and she's sort of on the complete attack mode. She must have this guy, and uses pretty much every way possible to get him, and that's their relationship.
With Lily, throughout most of the film, she's kind of the girl of his dreams. It's a very key relationship, but it's odd because there's attraction as well as fear. And at times, even though he thinks she's an alien, he completely forgets about that. He just gets wrapped up in her, her seductive moves on the dance floor. And she has all the right things to say. And I think a big part of Lily's character is genuine. I don't look at these aliens in the film as being truly evil, but they have their own agenda, which is a little insane on Earth standards, and that's kind of the nature of the relationship. I don't know. It's interesting because they're starting, like Lily's character, I think, is starting to fall for Luke and vice versa, and it's the same sort of relationship between Constance and Roger. There's a genuine love story going throughout. Now Alex is his other best friend, and it's the kind of the classic story. He never sees her than being more than one of the guys. She's the tomboy, but of course the entire audience sees that she's beautiful and she's perfect for him, but Luke just doesn't see it.
So are you going to that ice cream thing tonight?
Yes.
Do you want to go together?
How come you don't have a date?
There's someone I like, but the timing's not right yet.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
So, does this guy know you like him, or?
I'm kind of his backup. I'm the only one that believes him that he's seen these aliens because I happen to be in love with him, and so I'm going to basically believe whatever he says. Luke, he's a little bit oblivious to me because he has a thing for hot, blonde, gorgeous women, and I'm just kind of a dowdy brunette girl, so he's not really looking my way in that sort of sense.
Hey, you okay? Sure, why wouldn't I be? Well, you wanted to be one of the boys. Now you are. Now help a melody.
How about a cocktail? When he finally does come upon new information as to their whereabouts or how he's going to try to expose them, I'm, gung-ho to give him any help that I can because I'm hoping that he'll see me standing by him.
I said I was in. I'm in.
All right. Be in the dorm room.
We try to make the characters just fun to be with. Real people who have lively imaginations and colorful language, and at the same time that the movie is still basically, it is a sci-fi on a certain level. The primary level, it is a sci-fi horror movie. They better figure out what's going on before all these boys freeze to death from the inside out.
Dude, you're delusional, okay? Bobby got tanked, man. He got tanked and he passed out after a Sub-Zero lap dance, and that's it.
That's right. She screwed him to death. Got her blood-sucking hooks in him.
Hooks? Hooks? Look, man, all right. You said yourself the detective had nothing to go on, right? Bobby was clean. No cuts, no scars, no sucker burns, nothing.
Because she shoved him down his throat.
Oh.
Or up his...
Luke, do you have any idea how insane you sound?
Yes.
We're here with Luke Callahan from Decoys. Now, Luke, being a college freshman, is it tough to kill aliens? I mean, you're about to kill. We can see the alien over there. How do you feel about it? Is it emotionally? Is it tough for you?
It's hard because my hair, I mean, it gets really messed up really easily. So when I'm doing all this running around, you get to see the steam coming, the aliens. It's killer on the hair.
It must be so embarrassing because your hair is perfect through the whole movie, and then this one time it gets messed, right?
Exactly in my face. At one point,
do you find yourself sweating a little bit?
Yeah, and I don't like to sweat.
And you prefer just to look perfect all the time? Obviously. Are you afraid a little bit?
Yes. I'm afraid.
You okay?
Just well, yeah, it's
and scene. The aliens, what we wanted to do with them and their physical traits, they are more, when they're in their human form, they're very human. They have emotions, they cry, they laugh. They're not robotic at all. They really have a soul. I wanted them to be soulful. But when they transform, when they're in the breeding process, they're like a black widow spider, and it's a frightening experience. It's not a fun experience to mate with one of these chicks. The special effects and the visual effects work hand in hand. The special effects are important. They're like steam and fire, etc. The visual effects, of course, are more computer-generated CGI effects, so they're hugely important to this film. The aliens are a large part of it, but for me, with visual effects, as we've seen with other recent movies, when you see them in totality, you see the whole thing, it's never as effective. So we're using them judiciously, trying to actually bring them into the film to enhance it, to scare people. But we're just using them sparingly and using them really well. Ready, Karen? And action!
In the film, these aliens should be interesting, they should be different, they should have something we really like about it. And the way we went about it actually is very interesting, because first we designed a computer-generated drawing that we all liked. From there, we gave that to the prosthetic guy, to Adrien, and he made a costume. He made a full alien costume. And of course, we played it in the film, we got the colors that you could do, because of course you can't match the colors that you can generate with a computer in real life. So we got as close as we could possibly get. And then the CGI people took some of the frames from the movie that were shot with this costume and were able to match it with CGI. So it was a strange process where it went from the computer to real 3D practical prosthetics and back to the computer again. And by doing that, the match between the CGI and the costume is perfect, it's seamless. You won't know which shots are done by a computer and which shots are done with an actress, with a costume.
I see that. All right, clear the shot, please. Yes. The candles. Hold the camera. You're like watching yourself. Sorry, just trying to correct you. Yes, Danielle? Just don't let me get in your way.
Matt Hastings, what can I say? Amazingly amazing. He's a great director. He has so much energy for everyone. He's like nonstop, go, 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 go.
Okay.
Daniel, any adjustments? Final judgment, please. Stand by the actor.
He really loves working with younger people. He really connects with us, and he's a lot of fun, and he's just always very optimistic. He's not intense in any way, and when he needs to, he takes charge. Ultimately, everybody has such respect for him. He's a great person.
That's the last effects. This is his last day on set.
He's like one of the boys, like he'll call me up, he's like, come play PlayStation, man, or I'll kick your ass in hockey, and stuff like that. And I really could not have asked for a better director teacher. He's taught me so much.
Excellent work. This is a tough job. It's very difficult. It's exactly what I want. So much work. Good job. I want it to be a collaboration whenever I'm working with actors. I grew up in a family of actors, and I know that both sides of the camera are important. They're not robots. They want to feel like they're listened to. And once I get what I have in my head, if we have the time, I always allow them to do a take. And they can play with it, they can do it however way and usually giving them that kind of liberty frees them up, the tension goes away, and they deliver even a better take in the area that I wanted. So we're working together to try to make the character really pop, and that works, giving them we're basically releasing the reins and letting them have fun. It's a really warm, positive filmmaking environment. We are here to make money. It is a business. It's show business, not show friends, right? But we are making friends and having a good time. And at the same time delivering, I think, a superior product.
Entertainment! Yay!
Luke! Hello, pathetic party of one.
Baby got back up.
That's it, ladies.
I think this is going to be a gem of a movie. I think that the audiences are going to, most people, if they see a sci-fi movie, they know exactly the mood that it's going to attain, and it'll probably keep that in some suspense beats and stuff. I think that this has a little bit of something for everybody. I think it really has a good heart at its core, some good relationship issues, some really funny beats that seem to be playing well. Thankfully, the actors are bringing it all to the next level. And I think the audience can expect a real ride, like lots of gear changing, lots of genre moments, and lots of fun.
I'm solo on this witch hunt, and nothing is gonna stand in my way. How did you make your alien drink? Medium rare.